Beautiful blue water. It looks like the Caribbean.
Yes, it does, but that's not what we're doing today. No boating for you. Hi, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Ria Rossi Booth.
And we are up at Bear Lake. We are going to go out on a trail today, a ride called the Sinks Loop.
I've been riding this trail since I was a kid, so it's a lot of fun. It's fun to try it in a new rig, thanks to Nate, because mine are all old and beat up from coming out here every day when I was a kid. It's a lot of fun. And you can go for hours. You can ride for days out here. And pack a gas can, you don't even have to go back. You can just stay out here and have fun.
So we left town from Epic Recreation, just there in Garden City, and came up Hodges Canyon, up Richardson Hollow, and then made our way over to Sinks. So it's been a good ride. It's been fairly low dust, and it's just really pretty right now with all the fall leaves changing and the smell of pine in the air. It's just really nice. So Sinks it's unique in the fact that it's close to town, so it's easy to get to, and it offers a bit of everything. So you get to go through the pine trees. Also, you get to kind of go through the wide open, more desert type sagebrush terrain. You know, it's just kind of a great place to come.
Beautiful ride. The weather's just fabulous. Nice fall morning. It's crisp and enjoying some of the views. Just do a little bit of research. There's quite a few trails that are open that'll accommodate side-by-sides or other vehicles. Some of them are 50-inch restricted. You want to be cautious of where those are so you don't find yourself someplace where you didn't want to be. But
we're out having a good time, enjoying the hills and riding around, just playing in the mud. My machine's filthy. I've had a good time and just hitting every puddle I can find. You can't beat these fall colors, and the lake right now is perfect. You go down, you play around on the beach, the water's still warm, and then you get to come up here and enjoy these views.
You know, anytime you ride up here is a great time because the trails are a little bit challenging. The scenery is beautiful, the canopies. It's just, it's like Thoreau on Walden Pond on motorized, right?
No, I totally agree.
But I think the prime week, we're just a week early because the colors are just starting to change. And I think by the time you see this, it's the time to be here.
For sure. It's spectacular, and it's warm and sunny, and the air is wonderful, and this is a great trail.
Yep. Well, right now it's time for us to go to this week's Where To. You hurry and get up here. What a picture. Woo! Whoa, welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are looking down on Bear Lake, and this is part of this big loop that's taken in Sinks and the mountains and all these different sites. But there's nothing to hit home like the fact that that's Bear Lake. And they got everything here.
It's so family oriented. It's just a beautiful community.
Yep. Well, let's find out a little bit about what your stay would be like if you came up here.
Bear Lake's a very small town oriented, so in the summertime there's quite a few different places to go to eat and stay. In the fall it's a little slower, which is nice because there's not very many people up here. You can still find a place to stay that's really easy. There's hundreds and hundreds of nightly rental cabins that you can get.
great little community with quite a few amenities for the size of the community. Very welcoming and warm. We enjoy having the visitors and like them to be up here and enjoy what we get to see year-round.
So, I mean, in the summer, anything you could want. There's go-kart tracks, there's burger stands all over the place, rental cabins. As much as we love the raspberries, and I mean, the raspberry field is kind of what gave the town its start, so I think that's kind of our calling card. I'm pretty sure everybody that's lived here from knee-high has probably picked a few raspberries, a few flats of them, but make great shakes.
Epic Recreation's based in Garden City, and we just do rentals, but we have plenty of side-by-sides. There's trails in the area for all types of skill levels, so you can have beginners, intermediate, or if you've spent a lot of time on a side-by-side and you just don't want to bring it up with the cost of gas and everything these days, sometimes it's just easier to rent it. Just come up and bring warm clothes. If it's not, in the heat of summer, and we'll show you how to have a good time.
The people around this area are just amazing. They're down to earth, they're very accepting. You know, if you need anything, they're gonna be the first ones to help you. They'll do anything to help anyone that comes to the area. They want people to love Bear Lake just as much as they do.
Okay, everybody, this is the place the trail is named after. And those of you who've been watching Dan Pope do weather forecasts for years, you know it's his favorite place in the state of Utah. That is Peter Sinks.
Yeah, that little toothpick with it looks like a little marshmallow at the bottom. What is the significance of that place?
That is the weather station that radio transmits the weather data, which makes the meteorologists at the TV station so happy in Salt Lake because they always get the coldest temperatures of the state right from there.
I thought it was like in the nation. Is it just in the state?
It may well be the coldest spot in the nation. I don't know.
Well, we need to ask Peter, but we can't because he's not here anymore.
He froze to death the first year.
In the 1900s, early 1900s.
At least according to Brian Lundahl over at Beaver Creek Lodge, that is the story. Anyway, and Ted, you know, he's got a lot of great stories. That's why we love him so much. Anyway, right now, we are going to leave from here and go to this week's Along the Way. I always marvel at how rugged the mountains of Utah are and how every place you go in the state, they're so different.
Yeah.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are up near Bear Lake, riding around on the Peter Sinks Trail.
Yeah, and like you said, this is a young mountain, and because you can see how rugged it is, and I just couldn't figure out why they ever called it Peter Sinks, but now I know.
Yes, it's just, you can see it when you drive into it. It's white porcelain. It's got a little chrome thing at the bottom and a faucet on it, and that's Peter Sinks.
Kids, do not listen to anything that he says.
Okay.
He's a big tease.
Okay, but do listen to this. Find out about next week's show. Hey, we had a lot of fun stuff happen today behind the scenes, and if you want to check that out, plus all the other fun extras we have, sign up today for AYL 24/7.
Good stuff there. And we have to thank Epic Recreation for helping us today. Wow, they outfitted us. We had so much fun. The rigs are amazing. The tour was like phenomenal. Just great people and just a beautiful community. You guys are awesome.
Yes, indeed. And of course, as we wrap up every show, we say there is adventure in these United States of adventure around every bend.
Just got to get out there and create your own adventure
at your leisure. Okay, raspberry shakes for all.
Woo, you're buying.